It's RBC Canadian Open week, minus the RBC Canadian Open. Hi, I'm John McCarthy, and this week on tour is the PALMETTO Championship at Congaree. For the second straight year, COVID-19 has forced the cancellation of Canada's National Open. It's pretty hard to host the country's biggest golf tournament in Toronto when you can't even get a haircut. So this week, the tour is in South Carolina at Congaree Golf Club for the one-off PALMETTO Championship. It's the week before the US Open, so some of the world's best will be using this tournament to try to tune up that major championship mojo. One of them is world number one Dustin Johnson, who hasn't looked like himself in quite some time, with just one top 20 finish in his past 7 tournaments. Then there's Mr. Major himself, Brooks Koepka. Dare we say Big Bad Brooksy's major championship aura might be running on fumes? The man who was once invincible now has some major championship disappointment on Sundays. In 2019, he couldn't catch Tiger at Augusta, in 2020 versus Gary Woodland at Pebble Beach, and now last month at Kiowa Island versus Phil Mickelson. Koepka will be looking to shut guys like me up next week at Torrey Pines, but first we get a look at his injured knee this week at Congaree. As for the course, it looks great. Congaree Golf Club opened in 2017 and has a very unique philanthropic element at the core of its membership. The club's primary purpose is to provide mentorship and opportunity to youth through the sport of golf. And the course itself, it's a Tom Fazio design that's equal parts Pinehurst and the Australian Sandbelt, soaring trees lining the fairways, and a sand-based turf and green designs that allow players to chase their ball up to almost every green. A great mix for a very fun golf course. Canadians in the field this week are Nick Taylor, Roger Sloan, Michael Gligic, and David Hearn. And that's it for the first and hopefully last preview of the PALMETTO Championship at Congaree. Next year at this time, we'll be back talking about the RBC Canadian Open. Follow along this weekend with me on Twitter @JohnMcCarthySon, and be sure to subscribe below, and I'll see you next week for the US Open.